women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button and the link. And without further ado, after Lincoln set up, we're gonna have a good time. He's back. The gentleman is back. The award-winning student is back. Without further ado, the gentleman, Lincoln Curtis Gerald Hawthorne, ladies and gentlemen. Hawthorne. Lincoln Curtis Gerald Hawthorne, ladies and gentlemen. Hawthorne. We totally appreciate you coming through tonight, blessing us, man. I know you've been on vacation, man. You've been on vacation on the second floor, partying, watching your iPad, looking at different airplanes and going all over the globe, man. We appreciate you blessing the shop tonight with your presence, man. You're a freestyle. Love you, big homie. All right, peace, dog. All right, man. Lincoln is back in the building. And who we got? JP, Ira JQ. What it do? What it do? Southside Tone. Welcome home. Keno, appreciate you, man. I appreciate y'all coming in here early, man. Don Juan DeMarco. Birdman, what's up, man? Oh, man, what's up? Ben Adams, man. You got come in 10 minutes later, man. What's up, GG, man? I appreciate you guys coming through tonight, man. I know it's a big college football night. I'm watching it on mute, so I just want to say thank you. Taiwan Berryhill, man, your son is good. And I thank you guys because I know Duke is playing Kansas right now, and I know half of the people listening to the show chose to put that on mute and listen to me. So I listen to us because in about 15 minutes it'll be all us. And but yeah, man. Yeah, man. So thank you guys for coming through. And yeah, man. So we back on track. I think tomorrow maybe an 8:30 show as well. I'm going to take Lincoln to another high school basketball game tomorrow. And I'm just getting them acclimated, you know what I mean? So, and my college teammate, son, is a really good basketball player. So he gets to watch him shine and do his thing, man. And so I think the game starts in the evening, so I think it's gonna take some time to come back. So I think tomorrow night's show will be at 8:30, and but I will be back, and we're gonna rock out as usual. So just give you guys the heads up. Thank you guys again. Thank you guys again. How about that Michigan State Kentucky game, y'all? Man, what a game! What a game! What a game! That was very exciting, man. College basketball is back, yeah, man. So what's going on in boxing today? I don't know what's going on in boxing. You guys got to help me out. And man, I ain't been to boxing scene in God knows how long. Let me check boxing scene, man. We're going to do this in real time before we get to the topic. Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield announced Holy Ears cannabis. Yeah, he's a drug addict. Tank Davis says next fight will take place in January in Washington, D.C. Why would they take people to the snow in January? That don't make much sense. But hey, what do I know? Who's he gonna fight? I saw Blue Blood say January 7th. I don't think it'll be January 7th. But what do I know? I don't think that will be a great date with the college football championships to build into that. But that's on a Monday. And the championship game. So, but I don't know if you can compete with the NFL on a Saturday night, but because on January 7th, let's check the NFL.com. Let me check that. Because they have night games the last 2 weeks of the football season, right? Let's see, when does the season end? I just want to check. And this is, let's see, week 18. When is week 18? Week 18 is, they don't have a date. What date is week 18? It just says week 18. Buccaneers. Let's go to the Buccaneers play the Falcons. Let's see. Buccaneers. Let's see. Schedule. Week 18 is, no, week 17 is 1-1. Ain't no way in hell they competing with the Saturday night football game. I don't think Tank Davis will fight because the last game of the season is New Year's Day. So we're gonna be burnt out on football, man. What is damn, the NFL is gonna be on January 1st, and the Rose Bowl gonna be on January 1st. Shit, we gonna be locked in like a motherfucker. So I think it'll be a little bit later than that, but it could be January. You know, that's just me taking an educated guess. I don't think they'll compete with all that football. You got the college football championship and you got the first round of the NFL playoffs which will have 4 games, 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday, and the night game starts at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And the last time they did that with Jacksonville and the Rams, it didn't do too well, or somebody like that. You know, it was a Sunday night football game, man. What's up, Modern Day Alpha? So before I get into the topic at hand, I want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. Oh man. George Floyd. I said near and dear to my heart, then I said George Floyd. But for those of you who don't know, before I got on YouTube, I was a hell of an athlete. I'm a part of the greatest team in my college history, as I've told you guys a handful of times. We won back-to-back championships. We're in the Hall of Fame, and so I was a champion before I got on YouTube, right? And that leads me to my point. 3 college football players were killed, murdered Sunday night, right? Saturday, Sunday, yeah, Sunday night, coming back from a field trip. And I would gather, outside of an elementary school, colleges is the most vulnerable place in terms of where young people are. I mean, you could say the Boys and Girls Club. I'm talking about big facilities, right? Because many elementary schools don't have police on them, you know, because they just figure it wouldn't be wise, right, to put a school police officer on an elementary campus. And truth be told, there shouldn't be police officers on an elementary school campus, you know. They should have interactions with police so they understand authority and rules and regulations and who protects them, more importantly. But 3 college-educated Black men who played collegiate sports, but as important, they had to make sacrifices to get to that scholarship. They had to make real sacrifices, like understand orders and operations, understand discipline, understand accountability, and make sacrifices. They had to sacrifice their social life on some degree to be a great high school athlete. And because they were great high school athletes, passed the SAT, passed the ACT, had a minimum GPA requirement, didn't get into no trouble per se because they had to be eligible to play, right, Mr. Berryhill? And then they got accepted to college, Virginia, which is a 4-year institution, which is a pretty prestigious campus on the East Coast. And they were gunned down. And I would gather 100% they would have been assets to our community, right? More often than not. Let's say 99%. They would have been assets to our community. School teachers, coach, high school coach, lawyer. If you are a Division I athlete in most Black families, you are a pillar in your family, because I was that. You know, I was a great athlete, and I was like a pillar to my young cousins, to other people, and so on and so forth. You understand what I'm saying? These 3 young men were pillars in their family, young cousins, young brothers, young sisters. And no one's talking about it. It's like it's gone awry. You know why no one's talking about it? Because this should be a big ass story. I mean, it's a Division I college football team in a big major conference, the ACC. But a Black man killed them. So the Democrats and white liberals can't monetize it, can't emotionally control us, because George Floyd was murdered, right? I'm not taking the excuse out of it. It is what it is. But these 3 young men, 99% chance they would have been pillars in our community, would have been assets to young men and women. And no one's talking about it because a white man didn't kill him. But this is a bigger tragedy than George Floyd. 3 times bigger than George Floyd. Do you understand that? And this is why when Kanye says slavery was a choice and white lives matter, and why I be on my soapbox and y'all think half of y'all think I'm cool, half of y'all come here for entertainment, and that's 3 halves. It's not possible, but you get my point. And there's a fraction of us that support what I say, may want to elevate, smarter than me, or and maybe just people just come for the community, whatever you come for. But the fact that George Floyd, who was a dope fiend, I'm just giving profiles now. I'm not belittling his murder, but his profile. He was a dope fiend. He was a criminal. He was a porn star. And because he was murdered by a white man, it gets national news. This was a mass shooting on a college campus by a black man, and black people are not outraged. It's like Coach Hickman in Dallas. Insane. That should be the biggest story in the NFL, man. One of the biggest stories in the NFL. Man, oh man. I sit back and I watch and I listen to the excuses, man. The fucking excuses. We give ourselves so many excuses why this is happening, but a mirror. No one puts up, there are very few people that put up a mirror and be like, look, this is us. This is what's wrong with us. Man. Three kids did the right thing. 3 young black men did the right thing. Focus on athletics and academics. Gun down. ESPN is not even talking about it. But a white man kills a black man. That makes national news. This is 300% more important than George Floyd's death. At least 300%. Because these men would have, maybe one makes the NFL, maybe the other one becomes a high school coach and a school teacher, and the other one maybe goes to Wall Street or goes to med school. I don't know. But Rodney King is about to get beat up somewhere. And watch what happens to mass media. Watch what happens to all these black people. Black Lives Matter, Black Girl Magic. All that shit is a joke, man. It's a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. I sat back and I was like, man, is somebody going to talk about this? Is somebody going to talk about this today? Why isn't this on my timeline? It wasn't on my timeline all day today. Go through your timeline the last 6 hours. Tell me how many times you see it on your YouTube, social media, your YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. You ain't going to see it. Oh, man. And this is why I come here every night and it's very comfortable being called a coon. I'm very comfortable by y'all Democrats. And this is why I am no longer a Democrat. Because the Democrats use y'all. They done used the black woman already. Black women believe in feminism before they believe in their femininity. Black women believe in, I got to be strong. I'm an independent woman. Until your boy becomes 14 years old and you can't do nothing with him, motherfucker, leaving that nutrition. They call it nutrition. They call it break. What they call it now? Leaving that nutrition, going to smoke weed. You know what I mean? Ditching, going to fuck some girl, and you can't control them because you can't afford to miss a day of work. You know, you living paycheck to paycheck. You can't afford it. So now you need a man. You just hoping and praying he joins a basketball team or a football team. You just hope because you can't afford, you ain't got the money to give to add resources. So you just hoping that he makes the JV team. Please, God, I hope he's good enough to make the JV team because I can't afford to pay for anything else. That's where we're at right now. We're going to get the boxing. And the people that don't talk about this are cowards, man. Because I give the same energy to a white police officer that kills a black man. Nobody's talking about this. Go to your YouTube channels. This is 300% bigger than George Floyd. 300, at minimum 300% bigger. Just on the 3 casualties and 2 other people shot. So 500% bigger than George Floyd. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep on being a coon, and I will be as upset when a police officer murders a black man. I don't give a fuck if they black, Asian, whatever ethnicity. I don't give a fuck. It's wrong. But when black people kill black people 7 times, 7.5 to 8 times more than white people kill white people, and it's only 13% of us, it's a problem, y'all. It's a real problem. It's a fucking real problem. Y'all got to go to the CDC and read those statistics, man. It's earth-shattering, man. There's a direct correlation between 7, 8 out of 10, 7.5, whatever it is, 7 and 7 times more than white people, and 7 out of 10 of our black kids grew up with only one grew up without 2 biological parents. We don't. Y'all better go check the statistics, man. It's insane. It's insane, man. It's really a catastrophe. And I rather deal with the people that I know I'm going to be closest to, you know. And then we complain, oh man, why they don't come back to the hood? Because you killed Nipsey. Why you don't come back to the hood? Because some man in Chicago shot up 11 to 14 people on Halloween? Shot 3 kids? Google that story. Google that story. Shot 3 kids on Halloween and 11 people total in a drive-by on Halloween. Did y'all read that story about Chicago? But the Democrats are going to save us. Complaining about the white man is going to say, I'm telling you, the more we complain about the white man, the better we do. The more all these black people say white man is the problem, the better the black people are. Do y'all know that? The better we are. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. If I sat here and complained about white people every day, I guarantee you the world will be a better place. I guarantee you the world's going to be a better place, man. Anyhow, man, I got this Richard Schaefer clip loaded, and I'll play it. And I just want you guys, he said he's going to have some acquisitions coming up. And I'm very interested in who the acquisitions are. He said in the next 60 days, but let's play it so you guys can hear. And this is courtesy of the Boxing Voice when they were at the WBC convention.
You need to have both, you need to have the widest possible net. And so that's what we're looking at, some potential acquisitions as well.
He was prepared for the question. What are you acquiring? I'll play it again.
And so that's what we're looking at, some potential acquisitions as well.
What is he going to acquire? Is it PBC Fighters? Is he going to acquire Top Rank? Is he going to acquire Frank Warren? He does overseas market. Is he going to acquire Eddie Hearn and Matchroom? Is he going to acquire Marv Nation? What will Richard Schaefer acquire? Because it's not just a fighter. He's going to acquire. Is it PBC? He basically said in this interview, you guys got to go back and watch it. He said he has no dealings with Top Rank. But the two people that said that they were willing to sell is Golden Boy and PBC. I've heard Al say it. So I don't know what he's going to acquire. But it's interesting to hear him say that publicly. And we said we'll know in the next 60 days. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I'm shocked that Showtime hasn't released their fight dates yet. But Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford is fighting November 19th, as everybody reported, which is this Saturday. We got the biggest fight in boxing coming this Saturday. And lastly, I'll bring you guys, and you guys can come on in after I make this final point. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Oh, yeah. Look what we got. Yeah. If you guys want to mute somebody that come on in, you guys are more than welcome to. Mute, unmute, $20 cash out. Mute, unmute, $20 cash out. Anyways, man, we're going to play knockout this motherfucker. But anyways, remember how we said, what's up, Jerry? Remember how we say, Terrence Crawford should have took the no guarantee. He should have did whatever Al Haymon told him to do. He was delaying the fight. He was doing XYZ. He was doing everything. You guys, that's the whole argument online. That's the whole argument online. Right? And Al Haymon has never let his fighters go over there and fight for no guarantee. Amir Khan, $7 million guarantee. Sean Porter, $4 million guarantee. Marcus Brown got paid when he lost to Arthur Beterbiev. Name your fighter. So if Al Haymon wouldn't do it for his fighters in a pay-per-view situation, why do you expect it to happen for another guy? We're just being logical. All we're doing is being logical. Fred isn't choosing sides. I'm being logical because I think the fans should be advocating, shouldn't be putting pressure on all parties involved to make the fight. Fuck the blame. make the fight. Terrence Crawford should feel like, man, I can't do nothing but fight Errol Spence next. Errol Spence should be like, man, I can't do nothing but fight Terrence Crawford next. Man, we got to make this fucking fight, man, before we fucking lose everything. That's the way they should be feeling. That's the way we should be putting that pressure on Al Haymon. We got to apply that pressure. I think when the fan, I mean, it's gotten so bad, man. I didn't watch the video. Maybe I should play it because I ain't watched it yet, but I saw the title. And I apologize. I ain't been keeping up with everybody, but I see the titles. But I saw Coach Malachi Williams. He said that in one of his videos, he said that Errol Spence fan wanted to kill him. Like, what? Where have we gone? Where have we gone with this? It's boxing. You know, like it's insane. It's insane. In 2022, we shouldn't be having these stuff. We should be grown up, man. YouTube boxing is probably 15 years old now, probably. We should all be gone. Oh man. And I genuinely believe that I'm gonna play Coach Malachi Williams video. I ain't watched it, but I'm interested in it. New boxing media today. I saw the title and I was very intrigued by the title. But I'm like, why would you want to kill him? Oh, it's 19 minutes long. Shit. Fuck. Man, come on, man. All right, let's watch it. Yeah, you ain't gotta apologize for shit. You know. But I'm very interested in this.
Quick question for you. What do bad breath and your poop have in common? And did you know that it's related to weight loss?
Ralph did the right thing. Call him what's the name when you call him.
I want to hear this, dog. Like oh man. I think it's gotten out of hand. I really do. I think this is I want to see this, man. Y'all don't mind listening to this, right?
On the front.
Money Beach, Brooklyn.
Money be for Brooklyn.
Eat Errol Spence name out your fucking mouth, you bitch ass nigga. We gonna fuck you up. We gonna fuck you up. Put this fucking name out your mouth, nigga.
And if I don't, what you gonna do?
You say on corporate nuts, nigga. Keep this motherfucking name out your mouth, nigga. We gonna put a busted cap in your ass, nigga. Come to the fight, nigga. We gonna be in Nebraska, nigga. Come to the fight, nigga.
Hey.
You know I know you pussy.
Oh, pussy? Okay, all right. So when I go to the fight, what you gonna do, man?
You a bitch. You a bitch. You a blue butter bitch, nigga.
Wow.
Fuck that. You niggas is bitches, man. Keep my nigga Errol Spence name out your mouth, son, or you gonna have problems, yo.
Wow.
On everything.
Hey, bring the problem. Bring the problem. Bring the problem. As a matter of fact, hoe ass nigga, not only am I not gonna keep that fucking nigga name out of his mouth, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yes, surprise.
So I want to play something. I want to play something that Earl did. I want you guys to understand something. Earl's demeanor. I should have had this loaded, but it just came to me right now. Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia. Post fight. Hopefully it's in this. Okay, it's at the end of the fight.
In a style or
Oh shit. I mean, hope they got it at the end of the fight. Do y'all remember at the end of the fight they were heckling Terrence Crawford? Do y'all remember that at the end of the fight? They were heckling Terrence Crawford, and Earl said, "Calm down, man, calm down." Earl is a good guy, man. Earl ain't about that shit, man. I'm trying to see if it's there. Let's see.
To do something different, Joe, is my point.
But again, you know,
Yeah, he did. He did fight a tough fight. His comeback, man. I give that motherfucker all the credit in the world. That nigga fought Danny Garcia after a car accident. That's crazy. It's not in this video, but it was live though. You guys remember that? Do anybody understand? Do you guys remember that when Earl Spence was like, "Calm down, man"? I guess he was talking to his squad. I don't know who in particular. I know they were heckling, but I want y'all to see how Earl Spence disposition, man. I really want y'all to see that because, damn, man. Hopefully it won't be in the highlights. Damn. Anyways, at the end of that fight, let's see if it's in the highlights.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision.
Nope, it's not there. But anyways, man, if you guys catch it, it's at the end of the Danny Garcia. At the end of the Danny Garcia fight, Terrence Crawford went, and I don't know what happened. Blu-ray was there. If Blu-ray you listening, call in, please, and let us know what's happening. You had that red fur coat on, man. I remember that. I saw you on TV, man. And Earl Spence was like, "Calm down, man. We don't need none of that here." And oh, I'm gonna show you the post-fight press conference with Earl Spence ain't about that shit, man. So if y'all think y'all doing Earl Spence justice, and I'm not speaking for him, I don't speak for nobody but myself. I'm only making an assumption right now. Earl Spence versus Ugas post-fight. All right, here it is right here.
Harold, congratulations. You've got the 3 belts.
Thank you. It means a lot, man. It means a lot fighting.
Hey, let's show him, man, because he all strapped up, man. He'll be mad if I didn't show. I mean, I don't talk to him, but I'm just saying. We probably want to see him all strapped up. All right. I want to share this screen with y'all. All right. There we go. Let's share
in my hometown in front of my family, my friends, and everybody else who support me. These are my #1 fans right here that came out and supported me.
And they continue to support you. You had the 17-month layoff. You had the eye surgery. So there were a lot of questions coming into this fight. Did you have any doubts?
I didn't have any doubts at all. Like I said, I believe in myself 100%. I trained 100%. And I just knew I was going to come with the victory. So that's why I wanted. I didn't want to tune-up fight or fight somebody I know I could be. I wanted somebody who's going to bring the best out of me. And I knew who got was going to bring the best out of me.
You were in terrific condition, and you had a new conditioning coach and a nutritionist. How much did that help?
My nutritionist helped a lot. He made sure I was eating right, make sure I was drinking water, no junk food, and I lost the weight properly without using the sauna suit, sitting in the sauna swivel room. I lost the weight like I was supposed to lose weight, scientific, and he did a great job, and I got down to 147 pounds, and I was looking strong. Thank you.
Your combinations were so effective tonight. What enabled that?
Just my work in the gym. I felt a little off, like my timing was a little off, but I knew I was gonna catch all that on the rounds. So I just kept working. I kept throwing punches, and then sometimes I would be over patient, and then I was like just throwing punches instead of just picking my shots. But I think that was due to the long layoff, and I was super excited to get back in the ring, and I was trying to push the pace more than I needed to.
Looked like you got caught in the 6th round. Your mouthpiece went.
Wait. I'm looking for the piece where he thanked all the fans for coming out, spending their hard-earned money. That's what I'm trying to get to, guys.
And now you turned away.
Hitting me out like, damn. And then my mother and my father always, telling me not to quit, not to get
Listen to this.
A lot of trials.
Earl Spence is, if y'all think y'all doing Earl Spence a favor, if you think you an Earl Spence fan and you throwing threats and shit and Earl Spence is not about that. I'm gonna play another clip of Earl Spence telling Jamel or Jamal Charlo to calm their ass down as it pertains to remember he was beefing with Tank Davis. Y'all remember that shit? And then I remember interviewing Earl Spence, and I said, "Did you buy Terrence Crawford pay-per-view?" Because Bomac said he streamed yours. He says, "Yeah, I support him. I buy his pay-per-view." I'm just giving you guys the character of Earl Spence. And this is all spontaneous. I had no idea I was gonna do this on tonight's show. So
I got tested, and I passed the test due to, just my upbringing, my mother, my father always, telling me not to quit, not to give up, and just believing in myself and my family, and not wanting to prove them wrong and know I could come back. So I was like, man, why would I just quit now and I can come back and I can still be at my best? I just got to train hard, stay focused, listen to my coach, and, just stay out the way.
What's next?
Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps and I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Now, straps easy. I know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I come up for that motherfucking belt.
Well, he said he must have at the beginning.
Congratulations. You got the 3 belts.
Thank you. It means a lot, man. It means a lot fighting in my hometown in front of my family, my friends, and everybody else who support me. These are my #1 fans right here that came out and supported me.
And they continue to support you. You had the 17.
See, I probably can play 2 or 3 more videos of Earl Spence and his character and his integrity. I haven't covered Terrence Crawford that much. So I haven't seen all the Terrence Crawford interviews, even though they're probably half of what Earl Spence. I'm not throwing shots, but I still ain't watched the Kate Abdo interview. You know what I mean? I ain't watch it because there's no need for me to watch it. I'm gonna watch Brian Custard and Terrence Crawford at some point, but Terrence Crawford just don't move me like in terms of, man, I gotta watch this interview. He just don't move me like that, and I'm not throwing shots at him. He's just not engaging to me. But what I want to say is, we ain't got to fucking. This shit is just getting out of hand now. This shit is just getting out of hand, and I can tell by the titles too that a lot of people that I have befriended, a lot of people that shall we say cyber friends, they're just blatantly too disrespectful of Terrence Crawford, man. It's getting out of hand. It's becoming the Bloods and the Crips, man. We say, oh, man, we don't want niggas fighting in the streets. We don't want niggas gang banging, killing each other. But the fact that we are, man, y'all better tell Terrence Crawford to his face. At least I was man enough to say it to Terrence Crawford's face what I told him online. At least, I'm not saying I could beat his ass. There's a 0.5% chance that I can beat Terrence Crawford's ass. So I'm not even going to pretend. I'm not even going to pretend. He's a wrestling champion, the best fighter in the world, according to many. No, that's not where I'm going with it. I'm just saying, at least I said what I said to Bud when he was right next to me. And I'm glad he didn't punch me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas gonna have to go to Earl's face, man. Like I'm being, y'all got to go visit Earl, or y'all got to go visit Terrence, man. Because saying this shit online is getting like weak now, man. You know what I mean? Can we demand the fight for real? For real, can we demand the fight? Put so much pressure on them to make the fight? For real, can we put so much pressure on them? Because the Earl Spence fans don't want the fight now. They like, oh, it's Terrence Crawford. Let's move on, man. He's a duck. And then Terrence Crawford fans like, Earl Spence is a duck, man. Let's move on. I want to find that other Earl Spence clip where Earl Spence is telling. I think it was on my platform. I remember him saying, calm down, man. And I was, yeah, man. I was very, man, I like Earl Spence in interviews, man. He's very forthright and maybe Terrence Crawford is too. I just ain't been around him, I just ain't been around him enough, Terrence Crawford was very standoffish to me. And I told him that he was very standoffish. you know, and I've never disrespected him. I just told him what I believe to be true. You know, I never called him out his name or anything like that in none of my videos. But I held firm on him making bad decisions, and I held firm on him not being accessible to media. And now we see the ramifications of him not being accessible to media. It actually hurt Earl Spence. Now we know all these young fighters. Now we know these young fighters. You're building up to your rival. So you better get media friendly. You better get media friendly. I'm telling y'all, man, when Lincoln commits, I mean, he's already committed, but when Lincoln gonna be so media savvy, man, I'm telling y'all, man, I don't care if you got 10 followers on your YouTube. Oh, we gonna have a conversation. Oh, for sure. Once a month, we doing interviews, man. We gonna do Media Row. Because that's the right thing to do. You know, so what's up, KB? These overly emotional grown-ass men are very dangerous, man. Very, very dangerous, man. Them motherfuckers done killed 3 people in Virginia. 3 black men are murdered from a grown-ass man living 2 childhoods. It's sad, man. And I said in my video earlier. For real. In my video earlier. I guarantee you, many of these men, and I don't know this to be true, in the comment section or in the videos or content creators, I bet they don't live with women. I bet the majority of them don't live with women, because when you live with a woman, you can't be this irrational. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't be irrational when you're with a woman, dog. Like, I don't think that goes. I don't think that'll work. So I think there's a direct correlation to not protecting the family and being this emotional, wanting to kill fighters, beat up fighters. I think that there's a line we got to draw, you know, especially from the fans' perspective. You know, I believe that if we have a dispute, like I remember we were going to do before COVID, man, I was going to go fly down on behalf of the fans, behalf of the barbershop, and go protest to the commission. That's how you do it. I mean, that's how you do it. You know, we can have fun every night. You know, I mean, we can have fun every so often and talk our shit, and you know, that's fun. But I mean, it's harmless. You know, I mean, damn, it's it's bad, man. It's bad in these YouTube streets, man. It's bad in these YouTube streets, man. Because nobody. You remember that, Bird, man? Yeah, we was gonna do it the right way. We was gonna talk a little shit, yeah, this and that, but we ain't challenging the motherfucker to a fight. Wow, Louisville made a game winner. Did he make it? Nope, don't count. And but Appalachian State in basketball is upsetting the top 5 or top 10. You understand what I'm saying? And then you know what was cool? I'm gonna tell you the mark of maturity. I'm drawing a blank on his name. He's my brother too. Oh my gosh. Damn, Drew Titan. He came on this platform when Sugar Hill came on. He apologized. That's commendable. Like, you can say what you want on my platform. I'm not getting in the way of shit. You know what I mean? You can say, fuck Fred, he a bitch, he gay, he a coon, he this. Go ahead and say it, man. You know what I mean? And I respect Drew Titan for, like, you know what? You know, like, I was wrong for saying that, man, and I apologize. He said that on this show, you know? And that takes maturity. Like, that's where we should be. In 2022, we done been through a lot of shit together, y'all. I don't give a fuck what channel you rock with. We done been through a whole lot of shit. You know what I mean? I done moved one time, then changed my office 4 or 5 times since we started. You know, other people have grown. Blue Blood is a mega star now, and so much other things. You know what I mean? So many other people have grown. The boxing voice done went from Florida to Vegas. You know, Sean Porter done retired and been this. It's time for us to be leaders, man. You know what I mean? It's time for us to be like real leaders of this shit. We got to be real professional. Keep that hood edge that, you know, mine is kind of corny. You know what I mean? I ain't really got no hood edge. I'm kind of a clever cornball per se, you know, but I keep that edge. But I think we're exciting something that shouldn't be in boxing. Because I always say, I'm not prepared. It's funny. I talk to a lot of people, right? Not a lot of people, but I'm talking about the people in boxing. I'm so excited to take Lincoln to a fight, literally. And you know what I told myself? I will never take him to a fight at StubHub Center. Never. I'll never take Lincoln until he can run, until he can defend himself. Because of that element that's there. The Latinos get drunk and they fucking fight. They fight it don't matter if 2 black people are fighting. The Latino it's something about the StubHub Center, man. It's always going to be 3 fights. Now, I'm not excusing black people from fighting because I saved Amir Khan's ass one night. Some motherfuckers about to beat Amir Khan ass. He froze like a deer in the headlight, and I had to knock some dude out and save Amir. Next time I see Amir Khan, I'm gonna ask him if he remember that shit at Staples Center. Yep. And what else I was gonna say? What else? But yeah, I'm not excusing black people because I seen it at the Tank Davis fight. You know what I mean? Black people fighting in the background. So I'm not excusing them. But when I go to StubHub Center, it's always Latinos, man. Them motherfuckers be brawling. You know what I mean? So but the reality is our lack of maturity, and this goes for all of us. Our lack of maturity. I don't care who we've been before today, right? So let's say Fred has been fucked up, right? Fred was a piece of shit before today, 8/26, 11/15/22. I think there's a level of accountability we got to have. And yeah, I saw that, Edgar. I just played it a second ago. I think from this moment on, no matter who you were before this moment, if you see I wished I watched enough. I would super chat them in, like, man, we shouldn't be promoting that shit. We shouldn't be promoting it because all that hurt is us. You see what happened to hip hop concerts, right? They can't even get concerts. Tell me a rapper that's on a national tour right now. Tell me a gang banging, I shouldn't say gang banging, but a street rapper that's on tour right now. You don't see him. You don't see him. We doing the same thing what they do in hip hop, what we doing in boxing. Earl Spence's they both from Republican states, but Earl Spence is more red than Terrence Crawford. So Earl Spence is the Bloods, Terrence Crawford is the Crips. This is where we at. And if I hear it, I'm gonna start super chatting these motherfuckers. Like, man, we don't need to be promoting that violent shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, for real, man. We don't. Y'all spend 99 cents, man. From this, like, so let's say Fred has been doing all the fucking up, right? Because I'm gonna put it on me. I'm gonna put it on me. Fred has been doing all the fucking up, been doing terrible at this shit. I'm gonna put it all on me. From this point forth, Fred will not excite violence in this motherfucking shit. You know what I mean? Like, talk your shit, you know what I mean? And be honest, be truthful, put some satire on it, some humor. but literally threatening motherfuckers is getting out of hand. It's literally getting out of hand, dog. Like let the fighters do it, you know. Let them talk they shit, you know what I mean? And but it's just wild out here now. It's like the wild, wild west out in this motherfucker, dog. But yeah, man. Because if we're fighting online, we're gonna fight in person, and guess what? It's gonna take us how many more years to get a Terrence Crawford Earl Spence fight type again? Shit, who gonna pick up the fight? I don't want them niggas in my stadium. Don't y'all know that the Barclays Center was shot up one night when on a PBC card? Don't y'all know that shit? For real. Don't y'all know that shit? The Barclay was shot up by some rappers. Don't you know when the fighters left Atlanta, they had to step over a dead body? Y'all don't remember this shit. Man, let me pull this shit up, man. Y'all don't know that shit? Last June, 2 Junes ago? Watch this shit. And we exciting this shit, but these niggas don't play. Hey, this gunplay shit is real. Man, let me Tank Davis fight. Man killed. Let's see. Damn. Man shot. Let's see. I want y'all to see this shit because this shit is real life, man. Davis Barrios. That was the fight. It was Barrios. It was Tank Davis versus Barrios. Let me find it. I want y'all to see this article. Damn. I'll find it. But I want y'all to really understand that this shit really be happening, man. Like it's real out here, man. And you got innocent people like y'all going to fights, and this gunplay shit is real, man. I guess they. Yeah. Damn, they not. I guess Al had it taken down. I put it on the show before. I just want you guys to see actual evidence though of this shit. Man shot. Here it is right here. Bam.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents BKFC 33, live Friday, November 18th. In the main event, it's the Mexican.
Police also investigating 2 separate shootings in downtown. The first, a deadly drive-by shooting.
Here it is right here. When did Tank Davis fight? Versus Barrios. June 26th, right? Yep, June 26th. Here it is right here. Here it is right here. When the fighters walked back to the hotel, they literally had to step over dead bodies. God honest truth. It's the God honest truth, man. I swear to God. Swear before God, man. I'm not lying. This happened. It's June 27th because when the fight ends, it's a new day, right? But listen to this, guys. Watch this shit. Can y'all see it? Yeah. This is what we're doing, y'all.
Also investigating two separate shootings in downtown. The first, a deadly drive-by shooting on Piedmont Road early Saturday morning that killed one man and sent two other people with him to the hospital. And just 24 hours later, police say three more people were shot outside of State Farm Arena. 11 Alive's Brittany Kleinpeter has the latest.
Atlanta police say two men and one woman were leaving this arena walking to their parked vehicle when they were shot at early this morning. They say it all happened around 12:40 a.m. in a parking lot below the arena. APD believes the group of suspects attempted to rob the three people before shooting them. All three people were injured and taken to the hospital. At last check, they were in stable condition. Just 24 hours prior, APD says a man was killed and two others hospitalized following a drive-by shooting on Piedmont Road. Right now, police say it's unclear whether there is any connection between the two shootings, but they're continuing to investigate both. According,
You guys see the State Farm Arena. That was immediately after the Tank Davis fight. I got a call that Sunday and be like, man, can you believe this shit? We walking back to the arena. And motherfuckers got shot. You heard the time, 12:40, right? The shit just happened when the fight let out. This is what I was. Corey Lee in the building. What's up, Corey Lee? I missed you, man. I was setting up that video. Man, Corey Lee. What's up, Kane? You know what I mean? Like, this is what we're exciting, man. Because you got niggas with no sense. See, we got common sense, right? But there's a motherfucker that's a game banger, that's an Earl Spence fan. I wish a Terrence Crawford fan would do that shit to me. I wish he would. Yeah. That's real. We better stop playing with this shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck. We got to stop playing with this shit because it's getting to the point where it's like, you know what I mean? It's not cool at all. And it's not getting us anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's not getting us anywhere. We know what to do. Let's keep it a buck, man. We know what to do and how to do it, but we bullshitting. Damn, Malik Scott done lost so much weight. I didn't even know that was him. Damn. Malik Scott looks great. Wow. Had no idea. He looks great. So yeah, man, it's time for us to be accountable, man. Y'all start super chatting these motherfuckers. Tell them, man, don't excite that violent shit, man. Because three niggas got three people, 3 Americans walking back to their car from the Tank Davis fight were shot. One was killed. You know what I mean? And that's the reality. I don't want to see no fights, man. I mean, root for your fan, talk your shit. Earl Spence ugly, Terrence Crawford ugly. What else they say? Terrence Crawford this, Earl Spence that. Yeah, that's cool. But when you want to kill a nigga, this shit is getting insane, dog. This shit is getting out of hand. Like it really is. And but anyways, that was exhausting. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm tired from saying that shit, man. I haven't watched Coach Malachi in about a week, but yeah, man, that it's like that dude from Chicago that called in, wanted to kill me, beat me up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just insane, man. It's just insane. I can see if a man did harm to you, like Kenny Porter snuck me. Yeah, fuck it, let's go. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? You know, it is what it is, man. We celebrate the coward, man. You know what I mean? Instead of squaring up and fighting, you know what I mean? You celebrate the coward. But anyhow, man, I digress. It's time, man, and I don't care who get mad at me, man. But it's time for us to be leaders in this community, man. It's really time for us to be leaders in this community. And we can't relegate ourselves to being We can't be niggas to men and cry racism. You get what I'm saying? For example, we can't want to solve our equations by acting like niggas, right? I got to drink 23 ounces of water before the end of this show. We can't do that and then cry racism. I don't think too many people are jealous of me, man. I think they root for me, you know. If they is, man. I think that I would say 60-40. You know what I mean? But oh man, the white man did this. The white man did that. But if this nigga don't fight my favorite fighter, he a nigga. He's a bitch. I'ma beat his ass. I'ma fuck him up. I'ma kill a nigga. The white man. It's the white man's fault we acting like this, right?
And they say it's the white man I should fear, but it's my own kind doing all the killing here.
Y'all missed that?
And they say it's the white man I should fear, but it's my own kind doing all the killing here.
That's where we're at, man. That's where we're at, man. That's where we're at, man. And I can understand fighters and people in boxing getting mad at me because I fearlessly tell the truth. I'll be back out there going to fights. I'm just in love with being at home, man. When I say I'm in love with being at home right now, what's up, champ? When I say I'm in love with being at home right now, Champion Heart, man, I am in love with being at home, man. I ain't felt this way ever in my life, man. But what's up, champ?
What's up, my brother? How you doing?
I'm feeling great, man. What you got?
I'm good, man. Salute to my brothers in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a situation in the family, man. I had a couple of videos. I had a video to
That's fine.
Let's upload, but Ariel, she's gonna go and represent for me and Erica. We had a cousin. We had a cousin that got murdered in Vegas. It's pretty. He and I were close. He looked like he actually looks like a younger version of my father, but he was actually closer to Lauren and Derek. But I don't know when they're gonna have any service or anything. But Ariel is there now, and she's gonna pay respects for me.
What
and
happened?
my sister. Man, I don't know a lot of the details. I was talking to Lauren. She was saying that he was in an area. She didn't understand why he was in this area and didn't have anything to protect himself. I don't know if she said possibly females set him up. I really don't know a lot of the particulars on it. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, man.
A black man did it?
I don't know. I don't know if it was a Latin dude or a brother. You know, what black man? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, we don't know the details of it. I'll find out though, because I'll be there for the holiday, so I'll find out more about it.
Oh, you going to Vegas for Thanksgiving?
Yeah. See, I couldn't see Ariel. She's there for work, so that's why she's there now. So I told her to go ahead and represent. And you know that show, Pawn Shop? Have you seen that show, Pawn Shop?
Mm-hmm.
He actually worked there. So they're doing a candlelight visual in his behalf. You know what I'm saying? So Ariel's going to that. So I just told her to represent for me and her sister.
Oh man, blessings to your family, dog, for real.
Yeah, appreciate that, brother.
How's L Boogie doing? I call her L Boogie. How's Lauren doing?
Yeah, she's good. I talked to her today. She's good.
Okay, maybe I'll give her a call.
Yeah, she's good, man. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Yeah, I appreciate that, Ben Adams. Thanks, man. It's crazy. You know, Man, so much I want to speak on. Let me say this though, real quick. I've never seen this. Well, I wouldn't say never because I can remember people arguing about Ali, back in the day. But I guess because we have social media now, I've never seen cats so emotional behind boxers who they don't even know personally. You know what I'm saying? To it's one thing to admire someone, and then it's like I was talking to Kevin in the chat. I was telling him it's one thing to admire a fighter or someone. It's another to be a student of the game or a fan of the sport and a fanboy. You know what I'm saying? Two totally different things. In my opinion, I think that fanboy stuff is just some pent up gay stuff, man, because it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was growing up, I admired Bruce Lee. You know what I'm saying? I would never argue or fight over, because if somebody said something about Bruce Lee that I didn't like, but I admired, his skill. I admired his philosophy. You know what I'm saying? I admired Ali. I admired Sugar Ray Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Being a student of the game, having being involved in the martial arts. You know what I'm saying? There were things you admire about certain people who are at another level. You strive to get to that level. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? It's like you use them as a barometer. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how I looked at growing up. That's how I looked at Bruce Lee. It was like a barometer. You know what I'm saying? Certain. I remember they put out a Muslim fitness magazine, and they were talking about the physique, of Bruce Lee in the magazine, and there were bodybuilders that actually would copied his workout regimen. This was some time ago, but like I said, it's one thing to admire someone, but then to be a fanboy, and this stuff, man. A lot of these cats are keyboard warriors. They real tough, over the internet. Then in person, they something else. I think I saw a video where these dogs were like barking, and then as soon as the gate opened, they stopped barking. Well, a lot of these cats are like this. Have never been in a real fight in their lives. You know what I'm saying? That's why so many of these cats, man, are ready to pull the trigger because they scared to take an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? You and I aren't too far from each other in generation, but I came from a generation where, we would, when it was time to throw down, we physically made a circle.
Circle.
You know what I'm saying? and you threw down, and if you lost, you lost. You live to fight another day. It just is what it is. These cats now, man, are scared to take ass whoopings.
No, and that's why I don't want to like make this a good versus evil type of situation. That's why I said from this point forth, man. You know what I mean? Like we need to be cognizant of this shit. I don't want to say well, this person did that because I really don't know. But I think from this point forward, everyone gets a clean slate. And from this point forth, man, we just need to hold Al Haymon, Steven Espinoza, Terrence Crawford and his representation, Earl Spence and his representation to make the fight.
Right.
Yeah.
I definitely, agree with that. Another thing, man, is I think that I feel that dispute resolution should be taught in school. I mean, I went and I went to class, get a certain certification for this, but I feel that it should be taught.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In schools, because you have to know how to not match someone's energy to control a situation. You know what I'm saying? I had a bad temper until I began to study martial arts. And then that helped. You know what I'm saying? But as I got older and I learned dispute resolution, that helped even more because, it taught me, that you can control a situation and not match that person's energy You know what I'm saying? To calm that situation. You know, it's about being able to control that situation, to make the individual that you may be, you know, in a situation with, you know, to make them think that they're in control, to make them think they won. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And you can't put your ego, you know, in that. Matter of fact, I just had a fender bender situation that occurred last week. This dude gets out the car and he's just I did this and I did that, and it was clearly his fault, you know. And and I and I didn't match his energy.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I said, my brother, it's good, it's okay, right? I said, here's my insurance information. Give me your insurance information.
Mm.
Everything will be taken care of. It's good. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? He calmed down immediately. You know what I'm saying? Then he looked at it and said, man, well, it ain't that bad. You know, I said, well, look, if you want to get it fixed, here's my number. I got a auto body guy. He'll
Mm.
take care of it. The dude, he never called me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's in knowing how to do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about being a punk where if I don't bow up to him, no, it's not about that. You know, dispute resolution, man, is a very effective skill when you know how to do it.
Mm.
You know,
Mm. Yeah.
yeah, man, I love that video that you made with you and Lincoln at basketball. That was cool as shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. We could have
Yeah,
fun. He
that
get
was
out of
cool.
school. He get out of school at 12:30 on
That
Mondays.
was loud, man.
Oh
That was
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm incorporating that. But yeah, man, that I appreciate that. You're right, because and I'm gonna use me as the example. I was raised by a single mother, and me protecting the family and raising two children. I can look back and see like my immaturities and my hyper emotionalness. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And you got to
right,
rid that shit, man. You got to be honest. You got to be honest with yourself, man, and say, man, I shouldn't be emotional over a cup of coffee.
right.
I shouldn't be emotional over a red light. I shouldn't be emotional because my turkey sandwich is cold. You know, I shouldn't
Mhm.
be emotional because somebody made an honest mistake.
Right,
You know, and that's that social emotional maturity, man. And
right,
I can honestly say that I have it now, you know, as a 45-year-old man. But um
right.
uh I don't know what age was when I turned my corner, but it was like in my early 20s and shit. And you can just see, you know what I mean? But it's so important. And I think what you said is so important. It needs to be taught,
Right.
you know. It you were spot on. And especially, and I could speak for this audience, the black kids that are raised without a father.
Without a father.
You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
because women yell and scream when they don't get their way. And guess what men are gonna do when they don't get their way? They're gonna yell and scream and
Exactly. Right. This is why we have a lot of these young emotional cats,
and
man.
play victim
You
and play
know,
victim. You
that
know
that and
what
I say all the time that the Charlos are perfect examples
I mean?
of that, because you can see that they were raised by a single mother, and they are very emotional, you know, and everything is, you know, is a I'm tougher than you type of, you know, resolution for them when they feel that feel that their manhood or whatever may be threatened. You know what I'm saying? That's their first go to. You
Mm, yeah.
know,
No, you're
um,
right. Right.
uh, I
Dang.
saw a video with, and it reminded me of my brother when she said this. What's her name? Iana Van Zandt. And she said that a lot of these single, not all, but a lot of these single black mothers ruin these young men and they damage them for a lifetime. And I related it to my brother because I look at how he was raised and how I was raised. I
Mm,
thought he had it better
mm,
because our mother raised him, but there
mm,
were things that she said to him that damaged him to this day.
mm,
And I didn't know that until he and I had a falling out. and then we hashed it out. And when we hashed it out, it began to come out. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that he had resentment for our mother, but now my brother, he's the gangster killer type of dude. But for him, to see him cry, I was like, damn. And when he said to me, like I said, I always thought he had it better. And he said to me, he said, man, mama saved you. You didn't know mama was saving you. He said, I didn't get saved. I said, shit, that fucked me up. That fucked me up for like 2 weeks when he said that. He said, I didn't get saved. He said, mama saved you. You didn't know mama was saving you. And there are things that she has said to him that he still carries. And with her, it's like she only look at it like that because of the way certain things that her mother said to her, she said it to him. It's like a cycle. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no. It's cyclical.
Yeah.
It's cyclical. Oh, man.
She would say things to him like, "You're gonna die with your boots on." She would, and she didn't realize how that was affecting him because of certain things that he was doing in the street. She would say that to him, and there were a lot of other things that she said, man, that affected him to this day, and it made me think of that when I was listening to Yana Van Zandt talk to a mother and her son, about their situation, and it made me think of brother.
Yeah. We definitely gotta be more. Maybe you should come in and maybe people will be honest. I'm 45, so I don't really have those issues now. Like, I'm very mature and I can see things from 3,000 feet now.
Right.
You come in and shit. It's y'all's, man. You know what I mean, and give case studies. Because I see it in the little kids that I volunteer with at the elementary school. You can see it in their eyes. You can see it in their eyes. They little aggressive, and you know what I mean, and you can see the leader of the pack on the playground and stuff like that.
Right.
It's so important, man. And I know I'm speaking directly to you men that are not in the home and you're satisfied just picking up your son or daughter every other Saturday or every third day or every 3 days or whatever the case may be. You need to be more involved because that mother has a stronghold on your child.
Right.
No, I'm saying it is stronger.
It is.
I'm in the house. I live in this house. And don't you know, about 6 months ago, Lincoln finally started like rubbing up against me and stuff like that, and not calling for his mama, and like it's for real.
Yeah. My older brother, man, he deals with that. His kids don't respect him because his wife, she would, when he chastises him, he doesn't take his side. And the kids would actually see this.
Right.
And he's in the house.
Oh yeah, you can see it, man.
You know what I'm saying? He's in the house. And so, there would be conflict with them. But then when it came to him chastising his children, she wouldn't take his side. And now his children are young adults and they don't respect him.
No, you're right. And it's just important, man, that we remain consistent, man. And I'll say one thing. Whatever I say in my house is law, right? But it's not come from Fred is mean, Fred is this. When there's pressure in the house, I diffuse it.
Right.
Whether it's with Dre, whether it's with the kids, whether Dre is mad at one of the kids or the kids are mad at the kids, I diffuse it. And so I'm looked at the person with the strength. I'm looked at the person that whenever that there is some type of tension, I can physically diffuse it, and all three of them, look at me in that manner, you know, and I think it's just incredibly important, like you said, man. Like these men really, we got to step up, man. And I know there's a percentage of us that are really paying our kids' bills and doing the right thing and obeying the laws of the land, and you dislike the woman that you had sex with. That's your fault. That's your problem, that you don't like the woman that she's becoming and you procreated with her. So you have to accept that you're part of that. You're a part of that forever.
Right.
Like, your decision, you know,
Right.
and you get over that and realize it's about the kids, man. It's
Yeah, see, and it was with with my daughters, it was hard because I wasn't in the house, and you're right that the mother has that stronghold. I had to really battle,
yeah,
what I'm saying, to get what I wanted from my daughters and make them understand, because especially with my youngest, her mother would try and brainwash her into thinking that I loved my oldest one
right,
more than I loved her.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a battle, but like you said, I had to step up. I had to stay involved, and it's hard when you're not in the house.
No,
You have to you have to stay involved. I can remember talking to a cat I used to work with, and there was a lot of turmoil in the house, and he wanted out. And I was explaining to him, I said, if I understand that you are trying to stay in the house for your child. I said, but understand your child sees turmoil. You don't take children for granted. They see this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I said your child sees the turmoil. I said, so if it's better for you, to get your own place, do that. But you can still be a father to your. He was thinking he couldn't be a father to. I said, that's not true, brother. You can still be a father to your child, and
right,
not being there. You're gonna have to work harder, yes, but you can still be a father to to your child. I
right,
said, because I said, because it's hard for that child to see the turmoil that's happening between both parents in the house.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it may be better to separate yourself, but yet you can still be, a father to that child.
Facts, big facts. What's up, Birdman?
Birdman, my brother,
I want to play this.
can you hear me?
He got a bad connection. I'm gonna kick you out.
You kick him out. Yeah. What are you gonna play?
No, it's a boxing. I don't want to change the subject now.
Okay.
We're gonna listen to it cold. Someone sent it to me. And
Ben Adams, man, my channel is Cooking with the Champ, man. I thought you knew, man. Go subscribe.
yeah, Cooking with the Champ, man. Every Tuesday he has a segment on here. And
Yeah,
anybody
put
else
the
wants
link,
to do a
put the
segment,
link in
holla
there.
at me, man. Holla at me, man. Promote your business, man. Come do a segment on here, man. And
Yeah.
but yeah, every Tuesday he's not doing it tonight. He has some family stuff. He had to
Yeah.
be back next Tuesday or the week after.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Show us the video of you burning a turkey.
You know what? While I'm there, man, I got friends, I got this fan. Everybody want me to do an episode at their place, man. So.
Oh, that's dope, man. That's dope, man. You need to. You need to, man. Tell
Yeah.
Elvis to get in with
So, yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out how to make that happen, man.
I miss her dearly.
But, most definitely, man. But I appreciate you, man.
Oh,
to-
I appreciate you, big homie. Thank you for coming through, man, and calming
yeah,
us, man. I
most
appreciate
definitely, man. Most definitely, man. I get at you, brother.
I
All
appreciate
right, man. I'm gonna jump back in the chat for a little bit.
Thank you, dog.
All right, man.
Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Hey, and guess what, y'all? Remember we was in COVID, right? And remember I told y'all about the sweet potato poon? Well, it's back, man. My grand aunt made it through COVID, man. She's 90 years old, and she's making sweet potato poon next week. Y'all remember that show we had, man? Oh, man. Wasn't that a great time, man? Wasn't that a great time? And Thanksgiving is at my crib, so hopefully I want to do a show Thanksgiving night. I don't know what time I'm going to start, but I just want to fellowship with y'all Thanksgiving night. So we'll do that. Maybe it'll start at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I don't know. I just want to hang out with y'all, man, because we're a family on summer. But I want to play this. I'm going to play it cold. I don't know what the hell he's going to say. But part 2, can someone, yeah, remember that, Rob G? Can someone send me that Sean Porter clip of Sean Porter? I've been so out of the loops. I'll tell you what I've been doing. I'm trying to find a property because I got to get rid of this money, and I'm trying really, really hard, because I need these tax write-offs. So I'm trying. So I've been really, really focused. All I'm doing is during the day is fixing my properties and driving, trying to find properties. So that's where my mind. And I'm locked in, kind of like when I did the movies. Like I'm locked in, and I got like a week and a half, or maybe 28 days or something like that. Maybe I can do a 14-day escrow or something like that. But if I don't do it, I don't do it. But so that's what I'm trying to do right now. So I honestly ain't been keeping up with boxing as best as I should be, So I just read the titles and shit. You scroll through and you read the titles and the person's personality, so you assume what they're gonna say. So yeah, man. So that's where I'm at. But I want to play this clip. I'm gonna play it cold. And if I heard Sean Porter said some like father, like son, man. Y'all should. This is from Rolly. Let's see what Rolly had to say.
140 division, 135, 147. You can fight in any of those rings.
Yeah, I'm a big boy and I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Is there any fight you're looking forward to right now from all the fights that were announced?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Boxing is a dead sport, and
why? What's the reason right now?
Nobody fights nobody. Everybody's scared of this. Everybody has a belt, wants to just sit down and hold it. And that's the reason why boxing's not marketable. That's why like they're killing the sport for all of us. And like looking at the damn schedule for the next, I don't know, 6 months.
That's Rolly. Yeah, Return of the Poon, Rob G. Yeah, man. I'm gonna pull up, and he's right. Rolly is dead on the right, but people gonna call him crazy. It's another Haymon fighter that is upset that he can't get a fight. But I'm not going in there with y'all tonight. I don't want Anthony coming here and say, see, that's not a fact. I'm not the fighter he is. What's up, Anthony? Hopefully, man. Donald Trump announced his presidency tonight. I'll tell you one thing. If that gentleman from Florida don't run, shit, Trump got my vote right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now, off the rip. He got my vote for sure. Who the Democratic Party gonna throw out there, man? And a black man better not come in here and say Donald Trump racist. after what Joe Biden did to your 55-year-old uncle, man. Cut the shits, man. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not campaigning for him right now. But if any black man can hear my voice, man, don't vote Democrat in the national election. That's all I'm saying. Don't vote Democrat. Do anything you want. Libertarian, independent, Republican. What they got, the coffee and bean party. They got the Starbucks party. Vote for yourself. Don't vote Democrat, man. Democrats are destroying our communities, man. Yeah. Oh, man. I wish I could share the stories Dre and I talk about, man. I wish. See, I would say about 20% of my non-boxing topics, y'all, are conversations I have with Dre. And the conversations I have with Dre is Dre gets all the problems that happens in South Central LA as it pertains to kids. She's in charge of her ward. She has to turn kids away because she's in pediatrics. She has to turn kids away because she doesn't have enough beds. She don't have enough beds, y'all. And you know what a great percentage of these problems are? Black men beating up their kids, beating the shit out of their kids, man. Black men. And you know what the women do? They take the side of the man. I swear, man, I wish I could share the stories with y'all, man. I wish I could share the stories with y'all, man. But Dre got laws and guidelines, so I can just speak and like hype whatever it is, But yeah, man, it's heart-wrenching, man. It's heart-wrenching to sit at the dinner table and Dre says, Dre called me at 6:30. Dre called me at 6:30 today. And you know what I told her? I said, stop. I don't want to hear no more. Stop. I can't take it. I can't take it. It was just too much for me to bear. And I'll just say, the kid was 6 weeks old. The kid was 6 weeks old. I couldn't take it. You know, I'm in my office, my kids' room, Lincoln and Kennedy's toy room. I told you I was literally right next door. Oh man, it's so heart-wrenching, man. The kid will never be the same. The kid will never be the same. The kid is gonna be blind. I don't know what the term is for retarded. What's the disabled? 6 week old, man. He was a normal kid. 6 week old, black father. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. More than half the kids that she deals with are black. I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm just being candidly honest, man. I swear before God, I'm not lying to y'all. And she does the best she can, you know, with what she has. You know, she's always overworked during COVID, man. I couldn't tell you how overworked she was, man. You know what I mean? Picking up all those extra. I mean, people say, oh, but you rich. She made a lot of money and she did this. But the social, emotional compound interest on a kid that dies from COVID and cancer. And you believe that, and he or she dies on your watch, on your shift. You hear that code red. You don't want to hear that shit. You guys I've never been in that situation, but I'm as close as not being in the situation as I can, you know. And it's heart-wrenching, man. It really, really is, man. And Dre will tell you about 7 out of 10 of the kids that are severely damaged and hurt are by black men. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not saying black men are the devils. I'm giving you what we talk about. And I'm gonna ask Dre how loose she can be. Remember we called her during COVID. I'm gonna ask her because I don't want to surprise her and say I can't talk about this, but I'm gonna see how far she can talk, so you guys can really understand coming from her perspective, you know. And she's the last line of defense for these kids, you know. And imagine, because every time a kid comes in hurt and she deems it not normal, like a kid falling off the monkey bars, or a kid playing kickball, he break his finger or some shit trying to catch a baseball or a kickball, those are normal injuries. If she deems the injury not normal, like, you know, get what I'm saying, not normal, she got to call CPS. Imagine having to call CPS, man. It's insane. Yeah, but I'm gonna read y'all something, right? Because I just want to bring it home for y'all before we get into the Sean Porter situation, because it's important. It's really, really important that we understand the realities of this. Let's see, where is it? What's the conversation we had? So, anyways, Dre texts me. This is yesterday. It's been a rough week for Dre at work, and I'm the guy that got to put the pieces back together and encourage her to go back to work, even though she is going. But I gotta, you know. She says, not a good way to start off the week. One of our kids just died this morning. And I responded, my heart just dropped. Blessings to their family. Don't you ever forget you have saved more children's lives than 99% of the world. Dre says, it was really sad. And I respond, God knows best. Angels fly they don't walk, and you did your best. And that's just the reality of this thing, man. And fathers got to be their protectors, man. You know, fathers really got to be that be these children's protectors, man. And it's every day, you know. And it's just it's just challenging, man. And then you hear Champion Hart come in with his cousin, lost his life, man. It's tough, man. It's tough out here in these streets, man. And but I'm gonna make an abrupt turn, man. I'm gonna make an abrupt left turn. And can anyone find that Sean Porter clip? I really want to hear that Sean Porter clip, man. Anybody got it? Sean Porter hating. Oh, well, let's pull up SOG. Let's pull up SOG. By the way, I ran towards the smoke with Andre Ward. Remember that? All right, here we go. Brother Sean Porter, I don't agree with your comments about Crawford Spence negotiations and how Crawford should conduct himself. Oh shit. Andre Ward, he told that man to shut up and fight. Get the fuck out. Please, somebody send me that video. Man, where's that video at, dog? Because I'm not subscribed to Sean Porter, man. He's a cornball to me, man. Like, he's not interesting at all to me. You know, not at all. Not one bit interesting. Ant is more interesting than Sean Porter, man. Sean ain't interesting, man. He's so detached. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't get it, man. I personally don't care. But there are a lot of opinions, commentaries about Spence Crawford negotiations. The reality is the majority don't really know. It's okay to admit that. There are a handful of people who know the day-to-day. The rest are just fighting their hearts out in the comments. Y'all don't know. Oh, he says, brother, Sean Porter. Can y'all see it? Okay, let me enlarge it for y'all. I forgot. Oh, I got to enlarge it here. Oh, no, I can do it here. There we go. Now we good. He says, brother, Sean P., I don't agree with your comments about let me start from the top. Brother Sean Porter, I don't agree with your comments about the Crawford Spence negotiations and how Crawford should conduct himself. I can't respect that. It sounds like you are telling him to shut up and fight. Fighters have worked hard to have a seat at the table. I know Sean responded to this because Sean plays victim a lot. I bet you Sean plays victim. I bet you $1 million Sean played victim. Let's see. See, I learned all this shit. I learned how to do this shit about. Okay, where's Sean at? Sean gonna play the victim, though. I already know Sean gonna play the victim. Oh, why you do that to me? All right, let's reload it. And let's try one more. Oh, I can log in. Okay, good. I don't know where that. Let's see. Skip for now. All right, man, I don't even know how I got a damn Twitter account. Maybe from years and years ago. But let's go to Andre Ward. Let's go to tweet and reply. I just signed in. The fuck? Sign in. Okay, sign in with that. Do I sign in with that? Do I sign in there? Man, what the hell is going on? Let's see if I can log in. Man, this shit bugging, man. I want to see what Sean Porter said. I know he's gonna play the victim, dog. I know he's gonna play the victim. He's great at that. Okay, he says, "Yes, sir. I'll clear up what I'm trying to say. I believe, meaning I could be dead wrong. Most fighters aren't respected once they get to the table. So he needs to come with his A game. And that may mean getting some representation that is respected at the table." This nigga's a hoe. This nigga's a hoe. He is like Al Heyman's. He is like Al Heyman's company man. He can't say his name. Man, I don't even respect that shit. I have no respect for that shit, man. Someone sent me that video. I think it's the video that I did a video on. You know what I mean? Dude, Sean is just oh my God. Sean, just shut up. Sean, just read the script, man. Duke losing by 5. Oh shit. Can you believe that? Shut up and fight, man. Get you some representation. Man, come on, man. Are you serious? We're gonna do a show on this tomorrow, man. Sean, like father, like son, man. I told y'all. I don't know why people don't just tell Kenny Porter and Sean Porter, man. Just shh. It's like they march into an offbeat drum, you know, like they have no social savviness. Like no social savviness, man. You know, I ain't going back and forth with them dudes, man. You know what I mean? I ain't going back and forth with them dudes, man. But we're gonna do a show on that tomorrow. Why not? Why not, man? It's shut up and fight. Terrence Crawford. I think he's jealous, low key. He was jealous of Earl Spence. He was jealous of Terrence Crawford. He was jealous of Danny Garcia. God damn, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. Sean, you just no, it's not that he's not that. You got to beam in. Beam in. I'm not responding to in the chat, man. If you want to cam up and beam in. Cam up and beam in, and we'll have this conversation. Because Sean don't know. Sean is afraid to say Al Heyman's name. Sean has become a yes, sir, man. Like the fact that he's retired and still can't say Al Heyman's name is awful, man. And he was like, him and Andre Granados was like Al Heyman's test crash dummy, car crash dummy. I don't know what the commercial is, but you know, he used them for Sean Porter. He used them for Terrence Crawford, you know, and you know, it is what it is, man. Man, it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, Anthony. Oh, Anthony, man. What's up, man? What's up, Anthony?
You wanted me to call in. I just said Sean can't have an opinion.
Oh, that's you. Yeah, I mean, you can have an opinion, but you can't. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, you can have an opinion, but it's not tasty when you got Terrence Crawford, who has negotiated his deal with his whole career. He had 3 contracts with Top Rank. He negotiated a deal with what's the other company? BLK Prime. What else? Yeah, he's negotiated 4 contracts, and to say that he's not capable of negotiating the contracts because he's not given the respect, then there's something wrong there. Like there's something wrong there. Sean has never negotiated a contract. His dad has. So he's not equipped. He's not equipped to even have this conversation. Sean is a yes sir son. And truth be told, that's in most cases that's a great quality to have as it pertains to your father. But I'm saying whether good, bad, or indifferent, he's a yes sir. He's a yes sir child to his son, and we've seen it in interviews. We've seen it play out in real life, and I just think that you shouldn't degrade someone and call them stupid from the top. You get what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Yeah, I get it. But he didn't degrade him. He didn't call him stupid. He just voiced his opinion. And I mean, if we're going to talk about contracts as pertaining to, you know, a fighter contract with a promoter, and then that's, you might as well say that any fighter could go to whatever this table is that promoters sit around together and discuss events, you know, and how that's going to work. But I mean, I'm not saying that Terrence can't do it. In Sean's opinion, he just believes that it would be easier for it to be handled if Terrence had a more experienced person that has sat at those particular meetings. You understand what I'm saying? He wasn't saying that he was stupid. He's just saying that he believes that it would be done a lot easier, quicker, or whatever, because everyone that would be sitting there in that meeting would have already done it several times, and they already have a complete understanding of what's going on.
I mean, it's your interpretation, and that's fair, but I just think that it's just way out of line for a fighter to tell a fighter, you can't handle negotiations. Like, it's, and truth be told, man, if you're not dealing with the hardest part is the territories, man. As it pertains to the split of the territories, and a lot of these fighters don't even know about these international territories. You know, they only know about the American territories. You know, I'm willing to bet that every pay-per-view fighter in the history of the sport, I don't care what your affiliation is, you can be a white promoter, a black promoter, I can almost guarantee you that if they get audited, that promoter owes them money on the pay-per-view. Willing to bet you.
I mean, that's cool. When I say that he can't have his own opinion, it was because you said he's a whole or some whatever term you just, you know, derogatory.
Yeah, he consistently does it. He consistently does this though. This is like the 15th time he's done it.
Well, I just think, you know, when you're sitting here and you're telling, you know, black men a certain way to conduct themselves.
You're right.
Then it seems like you come off real emotional about saying, you know, he's a whole this or that, you know, versus just, that's his opinion, I disagree, you know, blase, you know, because when I listened to what he said, I mean, I just saw it as, you know, like I said, you know, I mean, just take it for instance. Earl Spence probably understands more about what you were just talking about when you're talking about international things that go on with pay-per-views, because he's done it more, and he's probably already asked a lot of those questions so that he can have an understanding of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And then, so in the same breath that you're saying he's wrong for what he's saying, you're saying most boxers probably don't understand this. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, they need representation, but that doesn't mean that they should not be getting educated while they're paying for this representation, so that one day possibly they don't need that representation as much. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm not gonna recant what I just said, because I'm gonna recant my apology, because I genuinely think like that's a whole move when you're telling another black man he's dumb, he's stupid, he can't handle, when he's negotiated 4 contracts and his last contract was for $10 million. So I'm not going to recant that at all. I think Sean is wrong, and everybody can't go. And I don't think I was being emotional at all. I think I was stating the facts. When someone snake oils you, he's done it, and he's consistently done this. This ain't no one-off. He's done it consistently. He called Earl, his dad called Earl Spence retarded. Sean Porter said so many egregious things, man, as it pertains to the Earl Spence pay-per-view. I mean, I can't even think of them, but I did videos on them. So I'm not going to apologize for that, and I'm not being emotional, because it is a whole move. It's the same thing as you going behind my back and trying to sleep with the same girl. that I'm sleeping with and saying, oh yeah, you know, he just fucked another girl last Saturday. That's a whole move. And that's a fact. That's not being emotional. So I'm gonna hold true to what I say.
All
I
right.
don't think that's being emotional at all.
All right. I mean, that's just what you got. That's what you took away from it. I just didn't take that away from it. And
No, it's
then,
fine. It's fine.
Then, you know, he was only answering a question, you know, and that's what's missed a lot of times. You know, he didn't just come out talking about it. He was asked a question, asked in his opinion. What do you think?
I haven't seen a video.
Huh?
Maybe I have seen a video, Anthony. I don't know. Maybe it's the video I responded to, but now I want to rewatch it with this now understanding of how Andre Ward responded to it. You know,
Yeah.
so
because even Andre Ward, he didn't think that Sean was being.
Oh yeah, he was. He said, "Shut up and dribble." That's calling the black man the worst thing in the world, a dumbass athlete.
But he didn't. That's what I'm saying. He did not call him dumb.
He said, "Sounds like you're saying it." That's what shut up and fight means. It's a parallel to shut up and dribble.
I understand, but that if I didn't remember that part, but you're right. Andre Ward did say something like this, him being disrespectful, something like I was just reading what you put up, but now I don't remember every single you know, exactly how it was worded. But what I'm saying is that it looks like even him, because I listened to Sean when he was asked that question, because it was with the boxing voice, and he was not he was not taking any shots at Terrence. He was only giving his opinion of how he thought that it could have went smoother, you know, or things. And if you want to say that he said that somebody didn't respect Terrence, he was saying that the people on the other side of that table weren't going to respect Terrence.
And that's your boy Al. That's your boy Al.
But at the end of the day, we're talking about Sean, and what I'm saying is that Sean wasn't taking any shots at Terrence by saying that. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway,
it's perspective, and you've been consistent with your perspective, and that's cool.
Yeah, man. I you know, my wife always tells me, and my mother used to tell me the same thing before she passed, and that she said, you know, I had a lot of patience. I never agreed with that, but they always say that I like to give people benefit of the doubt, which I do. I do like to do that. You know what I'm saying? But when you do me wrong, then yeah, you know, that benefit of the doubt, I don't want to deal with you, you know, after that. You know what I mean? You know, so. But I didn't get that vibe from him. You know, that wasn't the energy he was putting off. I didn't feel like he was calling him dumb. And even when you talk about the Earl Spence and that whole thing, you know, they just don't like the way Earl Spence speaks. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they just don't think that he can hold a great conversation or he's a good orator. You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel that way about myself. Like
Sean stutters more than Earl.
But that was the whole thing they were talking about, you know, because Sean got the broadcasting job over Earl and all that type of stuff. You know,
Sean be stuck on syllables sometimes. I'm a, you know, like he be sounding like a 75 transmission sometimes.
Yeah,
and it's no fault to him. It's his career path, you know. So I mean, it's
he still sounds, he's more confident. I'll just say that he still is more confident than Earl when you're talking about getting on the mic, in my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? Really? Yeah, because like for me, I just feel like some of my friends, they always, I'm gonna tell you, man, I had a friend, he told me that I'm a better speaker. I could deal with a different, a more broad spectrum of people. You know what I'm saying? But I always thought that he was better. You know, so me and him, he doesn't even see it like I see it. I'm like, man, I don't speak like you. I don't speak as well as you. I feel like he has a great, not vocabulary, but vernacular and all those, all those different things. And he can just flow with it like that. But me, I can't. Sometimes I have a hard time trying to think of those words. You understand what I'm saying? I would have to just keep it what Sean or however you would say, kind of just more plain or dumbed down. You know what I'm saying? Just things like that. You know what I'm saying? So elementary, I would say. So
yeah, okay. I mean, and then he also said that he's the most. I remember that he did. He's the most stubborn fighter in boxing. Like killed him, but you can't, man.
But he was giving his opinion, and Sean he told them, like he's not coming from a boxer, this boxer. He wants to be like you, and he wants to be able to report things and give his opinions. And you understand what I'm saying? He wants to be more of a journalist. He wants you to look at him like that too.
No, he's not. Sean is he's like having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich made out of Ezekiel bread.
What's wrong with that?
Everything.
I don't think anything's wrong with that, man. I like to put peanut butter and honey on my Ezekiel bread, bro. What's up with that?
Man, you get what I'm saying. It's not regular bread. It's just not. It's not there, man. His delivery is off. He doesn't have candor. He doesn't have timing. He doesn't have poise. It's like you gotta, for example, Deion Sanders could say the same thing Sean Porter said, and he would find the words to cleverly do it, or even y'all hate him, but Paulie Malignaggi would be clever enough to put that in the words, maybe Timothy Bradley, you can't call someone stupid. You can't call or 9 grain honey oat bread. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sean just don't have the ingredients, man. He don't have the ingredients. Sean is see, y'all think I'm picking on him. Yeah. And then he leveraged, thank you. I'm glad you told me that. He leveraged Al Haymon in the whole situation. Sean should be pro fighter. Sean should be, he's an analyst. He should be pro get the fight done. Man, it's just some sucker move, man. Maybe sucker sounds better.
No, Fred.
Move, dog.
No, Fred. He was telling him how to get the fight done. He was telling him, in his opinion, this is how I think you get that fight done. You know what I'm saying? You just don't agree with him. But that was just his opinion. And Andre Ward, he didn't agree with him. You know what I'm saying? But still, that man, he's entitled to what.
Yeah,
he's entitled to his opinion. You know what I'm saying?
He has the right to say what he wants. And just like I have the right to say what I want. And but I mean, to call a fighter stupid and slant it towards Al Haymon is like the expert on everything. And
why stupid though?
You need to bring it.
Why is he calling him stupid? Why is that statement saying you're stupid?
Well, if you're stubborn, you're stupid.
No.
If you're stubborn, you're stupid. That's a synonym for stupid. Stubborn is a synonym for stupid.
Okay, well,
it means you're not making the right decision. If you don't make a right decision, you're stupid.
Hold on. But see, stubborn doesn't just mean.
Stop, Anthony. Stop. Please.
If we look up stubborn, it's going to be more than one thing about it. You can have adjective, verb, all these different things.
We ain't talking about adjective verbs.
No, I'm just saying you can't just take it one way. You understand what I'm saying? Stubborn is not being stupid. That don't mean he's being stupid.
If you know both sides, if you looking at a situation and you allow your pride to get in the way, you're stupid. You're stubborn. And that's what a synonym for stubborn is in this situation. Oh, Crawford is the most stubborn fighter in boxing, man. He's this, he's that, man. And that's basically saying you're not smart enough for Al Haymon. You're not. Your team is you Terrence Crawford. you can't even hold Al Heyman's coat jacket. You know what I mean? You should have hired my dad. You should have hired, you know, or you should just say yes, sir, to Al Heyman. Just say yes, sir. Simply put, but I mean, Al ain't had the money anyway, man. You know what I mean? The fact that Tank is fighting.
Here we go.
The fact that, anyways, you got any closing remarks? What's your closing remarks? I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, I mean, here we go with that, man. But you know, I just think that Sean's entitled to his opinion. I don't think he was calling the brother stupid. I just think that he was just letting him know that you may need some help with getting this done. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. You know, and ain't nothing wrong with that, because all those guys are experts at something, and the main thing that the fighters are experts at is fighting. You know what I'm saying? And he had to have representation anyway, else he would get screwed. So it wasn't like he was there by himself. But when at the end of the day, when you hire an attorney to do a job, you let them do the job. That don't mean you can't be there, but you let them do most of the speaking. They're gonna read the contracts and make sure that it's not something that's gonna allow you to be taken advantage of. And you know, you take all that, listen to all that, you make your decision. He wasn't calling that dude stupid, and stubborn does not mean stupid. Not in totality.
Okay, I got you.
All right, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming through, man.
All right, take it easy.
All right, thanks, dog. Yeah, man. In this case, stubborn means stupid. Al didn't give him a guarantee, and Sean Porter, Al Heyman's pit bull, got a guarantee. You know what I mean? Al sent Sean Porter over there and got $4 million. Al sent Amir Khan over there and got $7 million, man. So how come Sean didn't take a no guarantee? Exactly my point, man. You know what I mean? It's elementary in terms of common sense. And I wish we had it, man. But Sean don't have enough words in his vernacular to be having these conversations. He don't have enough words in his lexicon. He don't have enough words. He was in the gym training while these journalists were reading, you know, and there's no discredit to him. That's just the reality of this. You were training to be a great fighter, and these men and women were in college or on YouTube perfecting their craft, you know. So yeah, man, Blueface I told y'all, man, it's a train wreck, man. It's Whitney and Bobby all over again, man. Y'all knew that shit was gonna happen, man. Blueface, I saw that on my timeline. I didn't see no videos on it, but he got arrested for attempted murder. What kind of shit is that, man? Attempted murder? That means you shot a gun? You branded a knife? You know, anyways, man, I appreciate you guys coming through tonight, man. Tomorrow, I'm going to a basketball game. We're going to start a little later. I'm going to put 8:30. I'll put 8:30 in there. 6, 7, about 8:30. I'll put about 8:30 in there, and we'll rock out. We'll rock out and go from there. And thank you guys for coming through tonight. Thanks, Champion Heart, man. Blessings and condolences to your family, dog. For real, for real. And send my regards to L Boogie. Yeah, BLK gave that man $10 million guarantee. Hey, listen, if someone gives me a $10 million guarantee to fight someone I'm 80% chance to win versus fighting for my life against Earl Spence, shit. What do you expect me to do? What do you expect me to do? Well, don't go. What do you expect me to do, man? Oh, man. I'm going to do exactly that. I'm taking that $10 million guarantee. And guess what? 95% of people in the chat would take that $10 million. You'll be a fool not to, man. All you got to do is make weight and show up. Shit. According to Vegas, shit. I'm there. But Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford is fighting this Saturday, the 19th. It's a big fight this weekend, man. Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford. Ain't that what everybody said? What's up, Kyle? Ain't that what everybody said? Ain't that what everybody said, man? And yeah, man. So it is what it is, man. Get up, get up. It's the moment of truth. So yeah. It's probably sold out. Where is it at? In Vegas? It's no, I can't rap. Yeah, Trump 2024 right now. I like DeSantos though. Is that his name? DeSantos. I like him, man. I like him, man. He should be Trump's vice president. That way you win Florida.
Never give up, stand tall to fight another day.
Man, we had some good college basketball games on today, man. It was fun today. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. Is Ja Morant gonna win MVP this year? Love y'all, man.